Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Concepts Daily Recovery Snack. I'm Chris. It is Thursday, I think. Lord have mercy. Thursday, February 26th. I hope everybody's doing good, staying warm, and being well. Just another quick call out. Please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. If you see any value in this stuff and the people out there that are joining me consistently, I really appreciate it. Thank you much. Trying to get this thing some legs and keep it going. All right. 26th, February 26th. We're in the God Grant Me book from Hazelden Meditations. Quote from Jennifer Unlimited. Not quite sure who that is or what that is, but Jennifer Unlimited quote. I try to take one day at a time because sometimes several days attack me all at once. We all need a little humor in our lives, and in a way, we work our program. We all need a little humor in our lives, and in the way we work our program. For example, one of the first things we learn in recovery is to take one day at a time. This is very good advice. So we practice living that way. Most days it works pretty well. But once in a while, it seems like we can't even handle one day. We just can't handle everything that's happening along the way, plus carry out all our own plans for the day. Perhaps we have to stop and change a flat tire, or a friend calls and needs help, or one of our kids has a meltdown in the grocery store, or maybe all those things happen in the same day. That kind of day used to be our perfect excuse to get high. Now it's a perfect excuse to take a deep breath, call our sponsor or our friend, and have a good laugh about it. Now we realize that our days are not really ours. We can plan them, but we can't really control them. That's just the way it is, and it's okay. Prayer for the day. Higher power, please help me to pay attention to the most important things today, and please send a few good laughs my way. Today's action. I will find a few things to laugh about today. God, that won't be hard for me. I don't have a problem laughing today, and it's at least half the time at myself. So that's pretty easy for me. I like the part where it lists out all kinds of things. You know, we can have our major uh, plan, how we've coordinated everything just to happen, and it rarely does it happen that way. If I stay home sometimes and decide I'm gonna mow the grass, work in the garden, and maybe let the chickens out or sweep the kitchen floor or something or another, I might be able to get those things done according to my plan, if you will. But when you're out there living in the real world, you're out there working or out there playing or doing some chores, you can plan all you want, how it's going to go or whatever, but rarely does it seem to go that exact way, so to say. And this one day at a time stuff. Take one day at a time. I had a very good friend of mine, basically a mentor of mine now in 12-step programming or whatever. When I was seeking help and I was in a facility that I got lucky enough that he worked in, break some things down to me about 24-hour living and one day at a time stuff, because it boggled my mind um, to try to conceptualize the sentence or the thought that Chris can never drink or use recreational drugs again, ever, for the rest of his life. As much as I wanted that to be a realization in my existence, I couldn't conceptualize how that would be possible. How in the world I could ever understand or shoot for a life that never had any more alcohol or recreational drugs in it. And that comes from starting at a fairly early age and running all the way up to 40 years old, 38 years old, before I seriously start trying to think about trying things to make things different. I just didn't know anything else. Therefore, it made it a bridge too far, a mountain too tall for me to ever be able to live in a forever concept of of being without alcohol or recreational drugs. And my friend saw me struggling, and we were speaking on it a little bit. It was probably in a group that he ran, and he introduced me to 24-hour living thinking. Because at that point in time, I don't know the exacts. This has been a while back, but I had been in treatment a few days, and I was having trouble struggling with it. And I was just honest with him, told him I don't think I could. I don't trust me to say that I can do that. I just don't see a world that forever's a long time. And he just said, Chris, can you do it just for today? Do you think you can just get through today with it? And it had never crossed my mind to think about it that way. I had never heard anything about the 24-hour living, or the just for today approaches in recovery to one's existence. And as I thought about that, I thought, I think I can do that, because I've done it for a few days, as painful as it was, as fearing as I was during that time, as much as it hurt, physically and more so emotionally, with a whole lot of guilt and shame showing up about how things had gotten. But I thought I could do a day, just today. And of course, I used his name. His name was Jeff. Branched out and started from there to help me understand, more about that's all you got to do. Stay out of the past. Don't get too far in the future. If you can just concentrate on today, you can you can string together some days turn into weeks into months into years. And he was right. But if I get way out there and think, man, I got to stay sober for 30 years, that's too much. If I think I got to stay sober for today, that's manageable. If the day turns to shit and it's really, really hard, and there's whatever it is that is difficult, I can break that down to hours, minutes, 15-minute chunks, 2-minute chunks. God help me to get through this situation right now. My God's available for me to make contact instantaneously every day, all day long, if I remember to link up and join back up with it and ask for some help. I've never been left alone when I remember to help, and that's on this earth and beyond this earth. I can ask a friend, and that makes me not alone, because I got a couple of good ones these days. And I can ask my God all the time and not be alone and get some help instantaneously if I just remember to do it. So I'm a big fan of 24-hour living and just for today concepts, because I think that was a turning point in my recovery. It made it attainable to not be able to drink long term, even if I didn't understand it at that point in time. That's what it would add up to. If I did just little pieces, it would turn into a big wall, whatever it is. I've heard before, also it's said in training seminars or whatever, how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. So anyway, I'm rambling. I appreciate y'all joining me. Y'all stay safe out there. Come on back. It'll be Friday before we know it. Please subscribe, share, tell a friend. I appreciate anything you could do out there. Any comments or questions, hit me up. Have a blessed day. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.